think we all love challenges. When you think of architecture and you think of watercolor, you often think of male painters. I'm one of the few living female painters who do huge, huge watercolors. And to do something on this scale is just really difficult and really unheard of. I was contacted by MoCA because they were going to be opening new Building 6. They commissioned a number of artists to do work for the building. We walked around the space. There was just lead paint all over the floors and really dusty. We decided we would do the largest watercolor in the world, which is 8 by 15 feet. I've been painting watercolors for 50 years. I started doing work for The New Yorker when I was in my early 20s, and I did a lot of interior and exterior scenes. I was invited by the President and First Lady to do the White House Christmas card. I've been commissioned by NASA 4 times to paint space history, so I felt very confident doing an interior architectural scene. Some of these are my mother's brushes, which I always use. She was an amazing artist, head of the design department at Pratt Art Institute, had her own design firm in New York City. I'm thankful that I had such a great mom, but she also gave me a lot, passing on the love of painting and the ability to paint. MoCA is really interested in the process of doing the painting. It's not only doing the 8 by 15 foot huge watercolor, but how in the world do you get there? These are the colors that were there. So these are the teals, which you see in the painting, the yellows, the blacks, the grays. I'm a colorist, so these totally spoke to me. The next job was really to go back and draw it out. I started small. I did small pencil drawings, just kind of figuring out the layout, and they got bigger and they got bigger and bigger. These were my first drawings of MoCA. I was really trying to work out the composition. This is when I was starting to do the columns, just to make sure that they're all in the same place. All of these are working out the final painting, and it's a lot of work to go, to do all of these studies. This I love. It's the interior that I had decided upon, the view. With the studies, you're making little tweaks, comparing things, comparing the colors, comparing the time of day, comparing how many windows, comparing your perspective. I think of it like almost like a tennis match. You've spent your whole time training, and this is what all that training is, and then you have the final piece. After I had the base, it was like, aha, great. We've got the structure, we have the drawings, all the lines are plumb. Now let's figure out how to paint it. When I was doing this painting, I was on scaffolding, so there's just so much motion. I was going up and down, touching it up, going back and forth. Watercolor is the toughest medium. That's why a lot of people don't do it. When you look up close at the painting, it really is all these wonderful overlapping shapes and colors that create the space that you see when you're way back at the window looking at it. One of the things with the painting that I was really nervous about was how would it fit into the space. There were thousands of people who would work in these structures. So it's not just painting the bricks and mortar, but it's really painting the sense of place, the people who have been here, and that's what I tried to convey in my painting. One, two, three. always encourage people to come and look closely at the painting because you can see a lot of the brushwork. It really is the more you look, the more you see. The response has really been quite overwhelming. Sometimes I'll be here and I can see the people coming up or the children looking. The light goes on when they understand that it's part of the space, that it's where they're standing. I've been told people have made pilgrimages to see the painting, and from a couple of people it's very meditative, and when they're in a tough spot they just come and stare at the painting. I think being an artist, you choose it, but you're really called to be an artist. I'm fortunate that I'm able to touch other people's lives through my work. That's a wonderful legacy to have.